So on today's episode of Techie Boys, we're going to be dropping this transmission and putting a new clutch in this sucker. Cold air intake pipe right here. I've already took it off. It's back there. So pretty much that would be right here. You're gonna have this one hose attached to it, more than likely if it's a factory one. Some aftermarket ones have that, some don't. Since this car has air conditioning and all these extra brackets for air conditioning, we're gonna try to do this without removing the radiator, just because there's so much that's gonna have to be removed if I go that route. I will probably actually move the distributor out of the way, just set it up there. I do have this AC line bracket that is going to be predominantly in the way. This motor mount right here has to come out. Then you're going to have to undo these three right here. 1, 2, 3. Undo those completely. Loosen this one so it can swing, pivot, whatever you want to call it. There's a ground wire here and here that you have to undo. You got to take the starter out. To do that, once I move the distributor, I'm gonna undo some of the wire and harness right here and push it out of the way. The clutch slave cylinder has to come off the front of the transmission. That should be 12 millimeters on the front. With these hoses here, that's going to be a super pain in the ass. I might actually end up just going ahead and draining the radiator and getting these hoses out of the way. My bad. Because that has to come up and just kind of sit to the side. I have to break the axle nuts free and actually pull the axles out of the transmission on both sides of the car. After I do that, I'm not sure how the shift linkage is on this car. Most of them have what most people call a bitch pin. I don't know if this car has the bitch pin or if it has a bolt through it. If it has a bolt through it, I'll take it apart at the transmission side. If it has the bitch pin, I'll probably drop it out of the floor of the car. I'll actually take y'all under there in a minute and show you what I'm talking about. But I'm going to set you up, start working on probably draining this radiator, getting ready to take these hoses off because it's going to make life so much easier without all this stuff right here. Pretty much you're wanting to create as much room as possible. If this was a EG or a Civic that was B-swapped, or pretty much any other B-series car other than the Integras that had the full size, EFs have the full size too, some of them. If you have the half radiator and no AC, it's a lot easier. There's a lot less shit in the way. My AC works, so I'd like to keep it that way, so I'm not messing with any of this AC related stuff. I just have to work around it and hope for the best. Undo your battery. I'm going to do that in just a second. If you want to take your battery out, you can. Really, all you're going to do is undo one of your wires, but I mean, it is what it is. It's whatever you want to do. So I'm going to get y'all set up and we'll get started. Those of you that don't know, right here is your drain plug. All you got to do is twist it out and it will eventually drain out. This is the front transmission mount. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to undo it from here. I don't think I will. I think I can just undo these two bolts right here. Looks like 214s, maybe, possibly. I know I have to undo this sensor here. It looks like it's bolted to the transmission there. So that'll come out with that bolt. I do have a oil pan leak. It looks like I still have a dust shield. This is the first time I've ever got into the car. This car does have the the bitch pan. For those of you that's wondering what that is, scoot back here. Okay, so on this transmission, okay, so this bushing here has a bolt. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there, a bolt there. You take that off and this will slide right out. Okay, now this part of the shift linkage has a bitch pin right there. Okay, a lot of people have bolts through that hole instead of that. So since that's there, unfortunately probably going to be dropping it from inside the car, because that is not fun. If you have a bolt there, somebody's already done this once, because they come factory with that pin. If you have a bolt there, someone's either drilled it out or pushed it out and went back with the bolt instead of having to deal with that. So you're lucky in a way, but it loosens up your shifter just a little bit with a bolt instead of the pin. So I don't know if it's a win or a lose. In all honesty, it's a win in this situation, a lose in the other. I do have a dust shield here, which looks like it has a hole in it. I wonder if that was from when I fucked up. Huh. That is, that's not good. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a massive hole in my dust shield. You really don't need your dust shield. I mean, it's not bad. I'll probably put it back on. He's only got two. See, somebody put this manual transmission in this car. This was an automatic car originally. He's only got 2 bolts holding the dust shield in, so I'll probably keep that and put it back on after the fact. And maybe beat that down some. Yeah, that's probably from my fuck up. Oh, he's got 3 bolts. I'm sorry, I lied. But I have to take this off anyway to do the oil pan gasket. I'm not sure, but I think I might have to drop this damn header too off the front of the head to do this oil pan gasket. I'm not sure. I might be able to slide it out, but it looks very tight. I'm not sure if y'all can see, but yeah, I will probably have to drop the header to do the oil pan gasket. It is definitely leaking though. Not sure what happened with it, but it is leaking. So there's one of the axles that have to come out, and this side is an axle and a half shaft. So I'm assuming I have to I gotta pull the axle there, and then to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do a little looking up on that and refresher. Most everything I've ever swapt's been EFs, and they always have a full longer passenger side axle versus your driver's side axle. So I gotta remember if I gotta take the half shaft out completely or not. But you get the idea. This is gonna be a really, really shitty, not fun job to do. Man, I don't know what I fucked up in there, but I fucked something up royally. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna go ahead and break these axle nuts loose. If you plan on removing your distributor, make sure you mark the top to make sure your ignition timing is the same after you pull this out. So if I unplug this here and pull this completely out, make sure you mark it here with a Sharpie. I'll probably actually hit it with a flathead screwdriver on both sides and then mark it with a Sharpie on top just to be safe. And then this can, come over here and set during the process here. So I took this off. Fuck this wire, man. Fuck that wire. Fucking cocksucking little bullshit ass wire. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay. We're slowly making progress now. Because, fuck that wire. Damn it, man. What the fuck? There's a whole lot of cussing in this episode. Sorry anybody watching. Just to let everybody know, there probably will be a lot of cussing in this episode, but this is my first ever clutch job that I've done inside the vehicle. Now I've put clutches in the transmission before a motor swap went in. This is my first ever internal clutch job, so bear with me. Oh, already dropping shit. Fucking wonderful. Oh, where'd you go, you little cocksucker? Okay. So this should come straight out. And those are going to line up in your cam when you stick it back in perfectly. It should go in like butter. It should go in like that. And you should be able to turn it accordingly. Okay? If it's hard to go in, your teeth are not lined up. This spins. Yeah, see? It spins. So we are back where we were. Right there, it should go in like butter. So that wiring harness, I'm gonna set that up here, kind of out of the way. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so, alright, so now that's out of the way, you can see a lot more room up here on this side of the engine. Alright, so what I was saying about the radiator hoses, I'm going to undo the bottom of this one first into that bucket. And then I'll have this one taken off down there already. And I'll take it off right here Realistically, I probably don't have to take this one off, but I will just because it'll be easier. But yeah, definitely. You probably don't have to take these off. You can probably do it without taking those off, in all honesty. It'd be just like putting a starter on, which is a pain in the ass. But yeah, we're gonna make it a lot easier by taking this shit off. Just to show you.
Watch your eyes.
Watch my eyes.
Yeah. I hate the man that invented squeeze clamps.
Huh?
Hate the man that invented squeeze clamps.
The what?
I hate the man that invented squeeze clamps.
Oh yeah. They all need to be fucking 10 millimeters. God damn.
I got the only tool you had up here with a hammer.
Just to show you how my day's been going.
Alright, watch your eyes. Oh, got a little bit.
Almost all went in the jug.
That's what we do.
We don't know what happened, you know.
Well, we know what happened. I'll be able to clean it up a little bit.
Is any of the teeth fucked up? That's actually surprising. So I wonder why it won't engage at all.
Flywheel probably bent. What I assume.
See, Mickey was saying he thought my pressure plate exploded. So,
I mean, that wouldn't change the fact that this ain't engaging. I mean, it's engaging, it just ain't hitting.
Yeah.
It's free spinning.
I don't know.
Cheers. Cheers, shit.
Cheers, shit.
You got an S80 transmission.
Hmm?
You got an S80.
What? No wonder this thing launches so fucking hard.
Nice.
I didn't know that, actually.
Nice.
So this car has a GSR transmission, guys. I was told it was an LS when I bought it. Well, that added some value.
Yes, it's did.
This car does feel really good transmission wise. Well, hopefully it will.
Okay, it's LSD. I mean, I thought it's been twice. So,
yeah.
and then you proved it that day of to that photo shoot or whatever. Nice.
Yeah, I gotta stop with the burnouts. That's why we're in this situation now.
And if we ain't stopping now, shit.
Clutch master cylinder. 2 12mm bolts on the bottom side. Then you can just kind of set this up out of the way for the time being. By doing it this way, you don't have to bleed your clutch master cylinder after the fact It should still be pressurized when you put it back together. He's working on taking off the, what is it? I think that's a speed sensor.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. That once the speed sensor comes off, we should be able to take the whole wiring harness and push it back, and then we can start doing the lower ball joints to pop the axles out. And in all honesty, shoot, we ready to drop the transmission for real.
Yeah, it ain't too bad.
Really? I mean, it's a lot, but
It ain't even too bad.
it's not that, it hadn't been that bad in all honesty. Oh, and something I forgot to mention earlier, drain your transmission fluid. Yeah.
Probably can't have to drain a bunch of stuff.
Maybe. Yeah, mix them. I don't like the mangoes. I like these.
Wait, why'd you give me one of these?
Because I only got 2 left. If I'm gonna drink these. That one's still alright, but it's good. Slaps, don't it?
I came from a tornado. I ain't never been able to.
I was about to pull the camera up real quick.
Well, I could try.
Come on. Oh, no, you gotta, you gotta kill it.
It didn't work. I couldn't do it. We got the axles and the motor mount right here.
Motor mount. The dude, for any of you guys watching, I watched In the Fast Lane. He's probably the most helpful, and I'm actually trying to make a more in-depth video than he did, in all honesty. Like, he did a really good job, but he didn't explain, like, the axles and stuff on doing this. He pretty much just went straight transmission on it. And I'm trying to do the whole process for someone, but I'm gonna do a little run view of, like, what's been done. So, this is kind of where we're at right now on the top side. The whole wiring harness is out of the way, pushed back. I think there's one more sensor right there, possibly another speed sensor or I'm not sure. It's right here on the top. Yeah, that should be the last one. We took off the ground wire here, all your thermostat hoses. We just took the one off in the bottom. We did not take the radiator out because I have AC and I have a lot of AC lines and stuff. So, and we didn't really want to mess with that. So we're going to attempt to do it without removing the radiator. I think it'll be okay. We have plenty of room. We still got to do this mount here and this mount here. And I think we have to take 2 bolts out of the back mount that goes into the transmission because it has a total of, I think, 4 bolts. 2 bolts go into the block, 2 bolts go into the transmission. Yeah, holy.
Like you guys gonna break that one.
Here on Teggy Boys, Carter pins are not our friend.
Nothing with a slight bit of rust is not our friend.
Here on Teggy Boys, everything Honda related is not our friend.
Yeah, don't have no friends.
Actually, I think we're a car channel. We're a car YouTube channel that doesn't like cars. That's the best described way. Oh, it came out.
Nice.
Oh.
You're a real one.
It broke in half, but it came out in 2 pieces.
That's totally fine. Just stick a bobby pin in there.
I'll get some when I go to O'Reilly's.
Paper clip.
Something. We'll stick a nail in there and bend it.
Yeah, something like that.
Alright. What you're using is a 17, right? Hand it to me.
Hold on.
Oh, you got one more. This lower ball joint's a 17 too. Lower ball joint's a 17 as well. I might need that Well, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, ball joint is 17. Damn. Oh, look at this. It was like a 19. Let me see a 19. That looks way too fucking big. Yeah. That'd be an 18.
You got the ratchet for it?
Yeah, I got a ratchet right here, but I need the, oh no, that's the big one.
Oh, here it is.
There's an, well, I was about to say, I've got a damn
adapter.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a, there it is, an adapter in there.
It'll work. This will work. Give me the, regular, the cheater bar.
Okay.
Can you even see what I'm doing on camera?
It's fine.
Wait, you're just looking at my bald spot. Cars be stressing me out. I'm going bald. Castle nut, lower ball joint, quarter pin goes through. Pretty easy concept. When you tighten it up all the way to past the hole, stick a quarter pin through, open it up. Or hair clip, nail, anything. I stick this in that little thing.
Oh, I got this out up here.
Oh, yeah, there's two. I think those might be 17s as well.
What's that?
The two nuts right here. They make the thing. Get them all down here. I need a.
Are you talking about taking this bracket off?
Yeah, I need an extension.
I have to take it off. I might just leave it right there.
No, because we're going to drop the transmission down right here and come out, just like out right here.
Well, you doing that? I'm gonna go ahead and start another.
Lower bar joint.
Yeah. Oh, first try on the quarter pin.
Just so you can see what I'm talking about, bottom side. I just removed the bracket, the other motor mount that was right here. Because these three bolts, they were 17s, and these were 14s. But this removes this from your frame rail to just get all this out the way to give you more room to drop the transmission. What we're going to be doing next is separating the lower ball joint from the lower control arm, and at that point we should be able to pull we got to undo the lower fork on the coilover as well, or strut. And then once we do that, we should be able to pull the axles out. Once we pull the axles out, we'll have the top motor mount and the actual bolts holding the transmission to the block, which are
Not too much more to go.
yeah, we really ain't got too much more. It's probably, I got to get that dust shield off down there. Kind of, I don't know about taking that off. Stuff might fall out.
Okay, so I'm up under the car looking at this half shaft, trying to get the axles out. Clinton told me to take off the dust plate to see if you can see anything. Flywheel. Up in here you can see there's about a 6-inch section of where there is just no flywheel at all. So he was in it. That is for sure, he was in it.
All right, a little update for y'all. We got the passenger side axle out. Basically all you have to do is take apart the lower ball joint here. I think we left off when we were doing that originally anyway.
Yeah.
But we ended up using a jack and a 1/2-inch drive like this, and it was basically in there like that, and it put pressure on the this little edge behind the ball joint, and it pops it out when you let the jack down off of it. And then you got to take this lower fork bolt out. It was 217 millimeters on this to get your axle to come through. Other than that, this side is finished. Austin here is gonna work on the other side, and I'm gonna start dropping the shifter linkages from inside the car.
Show them that pin that was the reason we're dropping it from the inside.
I did earlier.
Oh, okay.
Before you got here. Yeah. When I showed them the nice hole in the dust plate. Yeah. But yeah, progress from the top side. We're getting there. It's actually, in all honesty, it's coming along a lot better than I think either one of us thought it was going to be.
Name it, you could.
Yeah. We got the nice XCD setup ready for it. I think this is like a full surface stage 4 clutch. This whole setup was made for like something boosted, so it's gonna be a
It'd be NA for now, but it'll eventually be.
yeah, it'll be boosted. Might be boosted tonight. We get this transmission done in the next hour or two. Like, yeah, take the header off. See if this turbo fit right here. Just for reference, turbo. I can keep my AC with that manifold too. Be spooling and
Keep
cooling.
talking it up, it might happen.
Spooling and cooling. Good day. I pull this thing out. Damn, I go get it tuned and not tell a soul too. Not tell anybody. I'm like, yeah, it's a stock LS.
It's a flame shoot at the hood.
Nah, I'd run full pipe. Pull up on somebody on the line. I got everything here to do it.
So what you're saying is we're gonna be pulling the motor out next.
AM fuel rail. We got some 550 injectors. We can switch over to that Victor X intake. Oh, this thing be right tonight. I got the P28 ready for it right there, chipped.
Let's get it going.
Shit. It's crazy. I really do have everything right there to fucking boost this car right now. The only thing I'm missing is the stuff you have. The intercooler piping and the downpipe. I literally have everything else to boost this car. They're going to watch this video and be like, yo, don't sleep on that Integra. Integra might fuck you up. So, on this side, to drop this shifter linkage, I think y'all remember from the beginning of the video when I said this thing had the bitch pin in it. We're going to be dropping the shifter linkage from the top side here instead of doing it at the transmission. So basically what I'm going to be doing is taking a screw out here. There's one on the other side. There's one under this and the Integras, and this whole bottom piece should come out. There'll be a plug for my cigarette lighter that I'll have to unplug, and that should be it on this bottom panel. And then I'll have to unscrew my shifter knob, pull the boot up over, and then once I get this out of the way, I can go under the car, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I go under there. But there should be a bracket. It's either 210s or 212s. I'll tell you for sure, but it's one of the two that hold the two shifter linkages to this part of the car right here. This is kind of Acura specific. I've done this on several Civics, and it's not quite set up like this. So you got two screws there. I took my shift knob off. This will come straight up over that. You had one screw there, one screw on the back side. You had to take your ashtray and cigarette lighter out, and to do that there was 3 screws there. You can see the 3 screw holes, left to right. And then you're going to have to unplug this harness piece from here so you can actually move this completely out of the way. And then you have one screw here and one screw over here. And then this entire console over your shifter boot should come up off of the carpet. All right, so we're pulling out the last couple transmission bolts on the top side here. We've done got all the bottom ones out, completely out. We've got 2 jacks down here. One with the wood right there holding the side of the engine up to pretty much take the pressure of this motor mount not being here. And this jack on the bottom of the transmission to pretty much catch it as it comes off. But there's 2 of us here, so we're going to help guide it out. We just finished getting the half shaft unbolted and pulled out of the transmission. I don't know if you can see back there, but we got the shift linkages dropped out of the car. We had to undo one of the exhausts.
Yeah, like the middle section of the exhaust had to come off. We had to pull it down, and then the shifter was able to come out.
So basically all that's left, he's done got these 2 bolts out. Transmission should be ready to separate. All we're going to have is these 3 bolts, and then we can loosen this one so this can actually swivel up. But we're pretty close to getting it out, or trying to get it out anyway. Put this wedgie out my hand. There. You should pull that whole thing around. So after we drop the transmission,
That works.
after we drop the transmission, we'll put that back in. So when we come up,
You get right to it.
yeah, we could throw one of those nuts on.
Shit.
Well, you want to sit down, or you want me to sit down?
Your car.
Huh?
It's your car.
That's true.
I don't care. It don't matter to me. Get down there.
Because, whoever's up here is going to have to control the jack and pry. Let's see. Giant pry bar. Check. It's a giant pry bar. Check. Oh, Lord. I might have to start it with a screwdriver. Not a good screwdriver either. Need one of the shitty ones. Oh.
Can you get it in there?
I think I can get it.
I can wiggle it a little bit. You can.
Oh yeah, she's coming. Huh?
Free.
Oh yeah. Oh, whoa,
Okay.
whoa. Free falling. What are we doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
It's broke free.
Okay. Just
You
gotta
got
pull back.
Huh? Pull back on the. I got the jack. I'm pulling back.
I'll get down here.
Okay.
A little heavy on this back side too.
Let me know when you want me to pull back on the jack.
All right, go ahead. Hold on. Might pull it back. Go up on the jack.
Go up.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, there she is. She's out.
Alright.
Alright, I got my hand on the top of the transmission,
Okay.
so don't push up too much.
Okay. Oh, it's sliding off the jack.
Oh shit. Are we on? Are we on?
Yeah.
You mean lower it some?
Yeah. Slowly.
Yeah, I'm trying. Ooh.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, it's coming down. It's coming down.
Yeah. Get it down here.
Are you?
Yeah.
Alright. Try to slide it as it's coming down.
Hold on. Fucking.
Huh?
Alright, go ahead.
Hold up. Go back down?
Yeah.
Alright. I got it up top too. I got pressure on it.
Oh, it's not on there.
Huh?
Go up. Alright.
I literally have the top like in my hand.
Something.
Huh?
Oh, fucking. The fucking shifter.
What's it hung on?
It's just hung in the cab.
What?
Hold it right there.
Holy fuck.
It's like stuck at the bottom, the top of the shifter. It's going through the bottom of the cab. You got it.
Huh?
You got it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we got room.
Nice.
So guys, my pressure plate did not explode. It was my flywheel. It's on the bottom side, so you can't really see it. But I'm missing about a solid foot section.
Not ain't that big. Maybe like 6 inches. It's about like this.
You good at 6 inches measurement section?
I'm assuming that's 6 inches. I don't know. Just assuming.
Assuming 6 inches. Well, transmission's out. You watched us do it. If you notice, there's some dial pins right there to line it back up when you put it on. There's one. I actually think there's two. Yeah, there's one at the top. You can't really see it, but there's two right there to help you line it up. We're going to put this mount back in after we do the clutch, pressure plate, and flywheel. And then when we put the transmission back in, the 1 point mount, when it comes back up and it's in the dial pins there, we'll put that bolt on there and one of these top two bolts, probably both of them. And that should hold all the pressure as we get the rest of the bolts back in and lined up. All right, so we got the Acura number 88 clutch key that you slide in there to relieve. It's pretty much like pushing the clutch in. It's to line your clutch and pressure plate up to where they should be up against the flywheel. We currently did not have a 12-point socket, so we're using a 12-point wrench to break these free. But if you look right there, you can see what happened to my flywheel doing a nice little second gear burn ski. Holy shit. You say that's 6 inches?
I don't know. Is it shorter or longer?
I don't know. You tell me, Mr. 6 inches.
I was told I was packing 6 inches, so take it as you have it.
We're going to have to measure that now. Oh, I know there's a, oh, look, when you actually need a ruler, there's one here.
Nice.
Let's see how accurate this is. He said 6 inches. That is exactly 4 3/4.
Damn, smaller than I thought.
4 3/4 and 6 inches.
Yeah, that's below average.
That is below average.
That's terrible.
She lied to you, bro.
Man, that's fucked up, man.
Well, we gonna finish taking this pressure plate off. Once we get all the bolts out of the pressure plate and I remove it, I'll show you what the clutch looks like behind that. Got the pressure plate off. It is actually got a little bend in it there. I don't know if you can really tell on camera. Yeah, you can see from that angle. Yes, she took a little bit of abuse. She still ran back though. She ran back after the abuse. She loved him. This is what the clutch looks like without the pressure plate on there. This is actually a full disc clutch too. That's very surprising. I figured it'd be a three or four part. So basically here, I'm gonna hold the camera. Austin, or you want to hold the camera? It don't matter. You should be able to just pull straight out with the key too, and it should pop right off just like that. Yeah, she had a little wear on her. Not too bad. That's actually probably...
It's still usable.
Yeah, that was probably the only component left in this that's really good still. We also found out the throwout bearing still feels immaculate, so we won't be changing that. But this car was switched over to a manual within the last 2 years. All this stuff was replaced then. Actually, that clutch still feels really good, but I'm not going to put it back in the car. I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade everything. We're going to the Acura. I think it's either stage 2 or stage 3 full surface clutch with the mid-grade flywheel. So next, we got these. Don't quote me, but I think they're 17 millimeter 12-point sockets. If I'm wrong on that, I'll update you, but I think that's correct. 17 millimeter 12-point sockets. Look at that flywheel. Good Lord.
Impressive.
That is impressive, actually. I've never seen that happen. That is literally, that is what caused the hole. Now that this is off, you might be able to see it a little better. That shot through this hole. That is when I heard my bang on my. I was at like 6,000 RPM. Tires blowed off, like shifted to second, and the second I like popped the clutch going into second, like that high of RPM, I guess it was just
Sheared it off.
Oh yeah, it said no good today, sir. But yeah, she's toast. I had some people say it was the pressure plate, some people say it was the flywheel. It was the flywheel. That is wild. he was just looking pretty for the camera, that's all.
All right, hold it.
All right.
All right, this one broke free.
Yeah. Tired techie boys. Oh yeah, good job, man.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. Nice little.
Was it 23?
Huh?
23.
23.
MJ.
Jordan. I'll probably get copyrighted just for saying his fucking name.
He don't like that. He's watching the video right now.
He's like, them motherfucking techie boys. Little cocksuckers. Alright, so we got the new flywheel here. And what size is that socket?
This is a 15/16.
Alright, we got a 15/16 socket. It fits perfectly around the middle edge of this bearing that's going into the flywheel. So if you take that and gently, pretty much pressing it into the flywheel.
Get it as straight as possible.
Yeah, and there's a lip on the inside that it's supposed to come flush to. Alright, so we got the new flywheel on. Old beefy. Old beef. That's beef right there. So basically what we're going to do, if you're looking for the torque specs, go to in the fast lane. I'll type it out on the screen for you so you actually have it. InTheFastLane.com. Go to Honda database, then go to torque specs, and it literally asks you per engine. You'd go to B series.
Tells you everything.
It tells you everything you would ever need to know. It goes from top to bottom of the motor, but the flywheel torque specs are on there. I'll even put a link in the description to In the Fast Lane for you guys if you would like to look up the torque specs to anything on Hondas, because I have used that for many years and it has been very helpful. But yeah, I'll put the link in the description and try to link it on the video for you as well. But we're gonna torque these in sequence now. We got a nice old handy dandy
Cobalt
torque wrench. So we're going to torque these down in sequence and spec that they're called for. Then we're going to put the pressure plate, the clutch. One thing you need to do is after you torque these down, before you put your clutch on with the clutch alignment tool, we might actually film all this happening. We'll try to anyway. Wipe everything down with Windex. I've heard people do brake clean, Windex, anything to get all your nasty handprints and shit on it, because you don't want anything wearing on your clutch after you do all this work. I mean, that would fucking blow.
Can't have that.
Yeah, so, but we're going to torque these down. I'll bring you back when we're putting the pressure plate on and kind of show you the process of how to do it, and you get an idea. All right, guys, so we got the new Acura stage, I think it's a stage 3 full surface clutch. We got the CD mid-grade flywheel. I just wiped everything down with Windex and got it nice and clean on both sides. Austin's about to set this into the flywheel, and then we'll put the pressure plate on, get it lined up with the dowel pins. Just try not to touch it. Oh yes.
Oh, nice.
Did y'all hear that? Click. Went in the hole so nicely. All right, so now we're going to be taking the new pressure plate, which is also Acura, by Acura. They saved our lives tonight.
Yes, they did. Great kid.
So we're going to be putting this on next. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down this side of the clutch, and we'll wipe down that before it goes on. And by wipe down, guys, I literally mean just you're getting any dirt and debris off of it. Same with this. Just all you're wanting is a nice little spray. Wipe it down with a rag. I mean, clean surface of a rag. Right there's clean surface of a rag. Guarantee it'll have some type of debris on it. Yeah. Alright, and then alright, so dowel pins, one's here, one's here, one's here. So you got one at the top, two at the bottom. So we're showing you how to mate your pressure plate onto your new clutch and flywheel. Pretty much line it up with the dowel pins. I'm trying to use the camera light for him to see and record at the same time. You got that top one in. All right, so we got the pressure plate on. Alright, I'm gonna hand you like 4 or 5 of these. He's gonna start the ones on the bottom by hand. I'm gonna start the ones on the top by hand. We got the pressure plate, clutch flywheel all on, torqued down. Put this motor mount back in. Nice new polyurethane. Yeah, that's pretty. Transmission down there. Good old GSR ready to go back in. We're going to pretty much do it the same way we took it out. Still got the jack under it. We ended up we're not changing the throwout bearing on it. The throwout bearing on it sounds, it's as smooth as the brand new one out the pack, so we're going to leave that alone. But we're pretty much going to guide it up a little bit of a time as he pushes in, as I jack up, and eventually we'll get that that right there to line up with the hole on the transmission side right there. And then I should be able to put a motor or transmission mount bolt in and a block bolt in, and it should hold itself up at that point. And we can go ahead and put all the bolts back in for the transmission. And then after that, what do we do? The half shaft would be next. Putting the half shaft back in.
Half shaft
and the shift linkage. Yeah, shift linkage and half shaft would be after that. We're gonna. I'll bring you back with an update after we got the transmission bolted up and kind of an overview of what's left to do. Got the lower motor mounts in, everything tightened down, transmissions bolted up, all the bolts in, torque to spec. Got the half shaft in back here. That axle and that whole side's done, other than tightening the lower ball joint down. Still hadn't done the oil pan gasket. That's not happening today. Yeah, that ain't happening today. But I plan on leaving the car in there for a little while anyway. I want to delete the ABS, figure out where my brake problem is coming from. Got to do the oil pan gasket. Would preferably like to switch my wheels out and stuff and get my ride height and stuff straight. So there's a couple little things I want to do to it before it comes back out. But for the most part, we're pretty much finished up. We'll hand y'all up to Austin since he's up here. I'll show you the top side.
Things pretty much done up here. Everything is done up here. We messed with the distributor. We might end up having to mess with the timing on it a little bit, because we had to turn the motor off to hold the flywheel and everything, so thing might be thrown off a little bit. Just took out this axle, got everything put in. Just got to connect the lower.
You already put the axle nut on too?
I put it on. I didn't tighten it down or anything.
I got you.
And that's coming along.
Old, new. If I break that one, there's something wrong, boy. I know what's wrong with it. I ain't got no gas in it.